Everything I'm going to talk about is listed in the Amazon product carousel, so you can click that at any time to view more information about the product specifically here on the Amazon platform. My friends over at Shure did send me over this brand new kit. I love being able to collaborate with them and take advantage of new gear that comes out and bring it to you guys to let you know whether or not it's something that you might be interested in, if it's a good fit, maybe it's not a good fit, but I get a chance to touch it and review it and play with it so that you guys don't have to worry about buying something that may not work for you and having to send it back. Or you can ask the questions to see if the thing works for you. So if you have questions, make sure that you put those in the comment section so that we can touch on that. Now, I'm not an expert on these yet, but I have had them for a few weeks to be able to play around with them, use them in some different scenarios. So I'll be able to answer based on what I know. And if I don't know, I'll try my best to get those answered for you in the comment section, or we'll jump on here and do another live stream and go through those answers in a dedicated live stream just for answers. So let's get started with the kit itself. So there's a few different versions of how you can actually purchase this microphone. The one I have highlighted right now in the Amazon carousel is the actual receiver, and it comes with the two microphones, and it also comes with the charging case. So that's your complete bundle. So if you wanted to get everything that you can get, it would be the first product that's highlighted in the product carousel. Now, that's what we have here. Now, the next thing I want to highlight in the carousel specifically is just the receiver. And I do have a couple camera angles, so we'll switch over to just the receiver. Now, the receiver I have here right in front of me, it is mounted on a tripod stand, and I actually have this receiver connected into my Rodecaster that is my audio source for today. So what you're hearing is the receiver connected to my Rodecaster and brought into my laptop, and I'm sending out the audio and video through the Ecamm software. So that is the receiver, which you can actually purchase by itself if you want to, or purchase it by itself along with one of the microphones or the two microphones separately. So you have some different options. The next option here in the carousel is the actual two lapel microphone set. So it comes with the charging case here and two microphones. One I'm actually wearing right now. If you haven't been able to tell, I am wearing one right now, and we'll talk about the size here in this video. And the other one is sitting here in the case. Now these are really small. So if you want the 2-pack, you can definitely get the 2-pack. Now, reason to get a 2-pack lapel is for miking up two people simultaneously. So if you're doing podcasts, if you're doing live interviews where you might want to be someone asking questions, and maybe you're at a conference and you want to mic up the vendors for those product review type of videos, whatever that scenario might be. Weddings are good to mic up the bride and the groom, or the officiant, and have another microphone close enough to the bride and groom so that you'll be able to hear that audio. So there's different use cases for using two lapel microphones. And then you also have the option of buying a single microphone. So if you're doing something like I am right now, it's just me here in this studio going live, I would only need one microphone just for myself. So you have different variations of how you can actually make a purchase for this brand new setup from Shure, and I think all of them are pretty good. So just make sure that you're getting what you need based on your different scenarios. Now let's jump back over here, and I'll leave for the rest of the live stream here on Amazon. I'll just leave it on the main whole bundle set. So if you guys are interested, just click on it and you'll be able to grab it from there. All right, so what's included in this kit? So it actually comes in this roll kit here. Now, if you are familiar with the MV88 video audio kit, it's very similar right here. So you have the whole kit that can be wrapped up inside of here, and you have the different slots for all the different parts of this setup here. A slot for the case, a slot for your receiver, a slot for your cables, slot for what else we got? Microphones. So you can put everything in here, and you'll see it that way once you actually purchase it. You also come with your quick start guide. I highly recommend that you go through the quick start guide so that you get these paired up and synced up the way you need to. We'll talk more about pairing and syncing here in a minute, but you can actually use these a multitude of different ways. Like I said, right now I'm using my receiver connected to my Rodecaster interface for audio for this live stream. This receiver also has a cold shoe adapter here. So let me switch over here so you guys can see that. I'm not going to take it off here, but there's a cold shoe adapter right here, and you can mount this on your camera. So if you have a mirrorless camera and you want to take this out in the field, do a little run and gun, you can actually mount the receiver on your camera as well. So that's another option. And I think one of the options that Rode is most proud of, I mean, Shure is most proud of right now, is the fact that these are Bluetooth directly to your smartphone. So if you have a smartphone, you actually can just turn these on and sync it with the Motive app, the Shure Motive app on your smartphone, and you don't need a receiver connected to your phone. That is a plus, because there's one less thing you have to take with you, especially if you want to have like a low profile and you don't want to have a whole bunch of stuff in your camera bag and you know you're just going to use your smartphone. You don't need a receiver to use these microphones with your smartphone. So that's an added bonus, right? Now, I do want to talk about size of these things. Now, if you have questions, again, put those in the comments section. I want to talk about the size of this. Again, I am wearing one of these, but I'm going to take the other one out here so that you guys can see this, and we'll switch over to camera 2 and hold this in my hand here. All right, this thing is tiny, okay? Literally fits in the palm of my hand. And if I squeeze my hand, you wouldn't even know that there's something in my hand. You just think I had a balled up fist, okay? You wouldn't even know. Now, comparison to some of the other microphones on the market, what I did was grab another pair that I have, and you might be familiar if you've seen these in the square design. So for comparison, like this microphone is ultra tiny compared to this. Literally, you can hide this behind this microphone. I'm gonna switch back over here so you guys can see it a little bit better here. But for a size comparison, look at the difference in size. Let me see if I can get all the way. I gotta stretch all the way over. Right? That's a huge difference in size between these two microphones, okay? So wearing one of these on your Talent could be a little clunky. Now, I don't want to mess up the audio coming over there, so we'll do something like this. Well, actually, we're already wearing one, so one of these is like super big and the other one is super small. So if you're going to mic up some Talent, then the Shure microphones would be the way to go because of size. Now, one of the other things that I really like about these microphones is the fact that the battery life is incredible. If you fully charge this thing up, you can get 8 hours of battery life. And then if you charge the case up fully and put your microphones back in the case for recharging, it will actually charge 2 full cycles. So you can get 2 additional charges out of this in this case, and it's going to give you a combined 24 hours worth of battery life for these microphones. So that's pretty nice. And if you notice that what makes these a little bit different from some of the other microphones that are on the market is that there's no screen on these microphones. So that's less that the battery has to work. You know, the battery is really just making sure that this thing stays powered on and Bluetooth is working effectively, okay? Very simple design. You have the clip itself so that we can clip it onto our Talent. We have our button here on the side to turn on and to sync up. It's just a really small button here on the side. So I'll try to get that in focus so you guys can see it. Let's see here. Okay, there's your clip. There's your one button here on the side. You do have the Shure branding there. Again, really simple design here. And even the windscreen on here is built to essentially look like it's supposed to be on here. So I'll take the windscreen off, but the windscreen, I don't really even see a reason for you to take the windscreen off if you're using this microphone, okay? So that's with it off right there. And then I'll go ahead and just pop it right back on. And you can hear the little snap probably. So I just popped it right back on, and that's it. So really simple design, really simple way to use, and it's nice and small that you can just put it on you and just leave it there, okay? Now also it does come with two USB-C to USB-C cables, and these are obviously for charging your receiver. One's for charging your receiver, and then one is used for charging your actual case, okay? So let's jump over. What I want to do is show you all as well the receiver itself a little bit closer up. And I'm going to jump over here. I'm going to crawl under here, I think. Now let's walk around. Let's play it safe here. Let's walk around. And I want to kind of go through some of the things on the menu of the receiver that you can change and adjust. And I thought about doing it here, but I don't want to do it live and mess anything up. Let's look at the physical design first of the receiver. On this side of the receiver, you have your headphone jack here. You have your output. This is the 3.5 millimeter output. And this is the connection that I'm using to go into my Rodecaster right now for audio for this video. And then you have your USB-C connection, and that's going to be used to charge this receiver. And you can also use this to send audio USB-C directly into your computer if you wanted to. So that's really nice. Now on this side, all you have is your power button. Just hold this down and it'll power on the unit. And then here on the top, you can see the blue LED light letting us know that this is on. When you charge it, it's an amber color so that you know that it's charging. And then one of the physical aspects of this that I like is that this is on a swivel head here, so you can tilt this back. And this is really good for me for when I have it on my camera. So if I'm outside and I need to see the screen, or if I need to cover my hand so I can see the screen a little bit better, or if I just don't want this to be in the way, I have that option to be able to put it right there on, put it on a swivel. All right, and now you can see also, like right now, the screen is blank. So what I do like about this is that after you've been using it for a few minutes, the screen will turn off so that it's not draining battery. So all we have to do is hit this little button here, and now our screen is back on. Now this button here is also how we're going to navigate through the menu system. And then we have one other button here, which is our red X. That's like a cancel button to kind of get out. Now, as you can see right here on the menu, we have one microphone that the audio level is coming through on, and that's the one that I'm speaking on. And then the other one says searching. So we know that only one microphone is being used right now. Now, if I grab the other microphone right here and I turn this on, just hold it for a couple seconds, it'll search. Do I not have this one paired? I probably don't have this one paired up. Oh, there it goes. And I'll turn it back off because I don't want double audio pick it up. But holding it on for a couple seconds will allow it to go ahead and sync up with the receiver. Now, if you hold this down, and you'll see it go red and blue like police lights, that's when you're in syncing mode. So I'll hold it down again, and you'll be able to see it go into a syncing mode as well. So when you first receive these, that's what you want to do, is make sure that you sync these. Okay, because I probably already synced these, I have to disconnect it. So let's disconnect. There we go. No. All right, let's go in and disconnect it. All right, so that little red indicator lets us know we're off. So go in here, see my devices. All right, that's the one that we're currently on. Okay, no, NMV Live. Oh, that's the one. Okay, NV Live, channel 1. NV, okay, So channel 1, let me make sure that I got the right one. So MV Lab is what I'm using right now. So I want to go into my devices, channel 1 MV Lab, so I can forget that. Are you sure? All right, so we are reconnected. So I essentially resynced this mic that's in my hand. Let's go ahead and sync up the other one again. All right, so that's our process for syncing up our microphones. So pretty simple. I made it harder than what it needs to be. So let's go through some of the settings because you can change the settings of these mics, some of the different aspects of it. So go into channel 1 here. The gain setting in for initial out of the box, I believe was plus 40 decibels. I actually had to back this down to about 10 decibels. So that is something to pay attention to when you get these. If they are a little hot, just make sure that you go in and change your gain settings on your mics. You can go in here and change the audio effects from speech mode to now it's on singing mode, and I'm not going to sing. And now it's on a flat profile mode, and now it's back on a speech mode. There's also noise reduction on here. And I was watching the live streams with Shure and Mario and Laura, and they were talking about how the noise reduction really does work. And I don't have it on right now, but I'm sure it'll come on any minute now. But the heating AC unit down here in the studio comes on, and I can definitely pick it up on my other microphones. I used the noise reduction on here and couldn't hear it on the last live stream that I did. So that's really nice. Like, this noise reduction really does work. So noise reduction is currently on. You can set up your high pass and compression settings on here, equalizer settings as well. Go down here to LED. You can turn the LED on or off. That's going to be for our microphones. I typically leave it on so I know which one is which. And identity, you can, I don't know what identity off the top of my head is. In the chat, I'll have to go back and look at that one. Output settings, headphones, you can determine how you want to hear these, either both on the same channel or on separate channels, one on the left side, one on the right side. Same thing here with camera, your mixing, how are you going to mix that into your camera. Safety track settings. I haven't had a chance to play with our safety tracks yet. Let me go back here in the USB. And again, same thing here is how do you want to mix it using the USB settings. Display settings here. The screen here, you can change from bright to dim. So if you want to conserve some battery life, I would highly recommend doing that. And a factory reset button as well. High power, I'm not sure what high power on or off is. By default, it is on. And I use a lot of default settings anyway. So again, some of the stuff I'm still gonna play with and learn more about. And then one of the other more important things up there is a battery meter up here at the top that shows the percentage of the receiver remaining. And then if you're back on the home screen, you also see the battery percentage of the microphone itself. So right now I have 95% life on my mic and 85% life on the actual receiver itself. So that's an overview of this brand new system from Shure. So if you're looking for an wireless audio setup, this is one to definitely check out. One of the other things that I mentioned is the ability to use this with your smartphone Bluetooth. And what you would want to do here is go into, or first you'd want to download the app. It's the Shure Motive app. And let's see which camera. Yep. You want to download the Shure Motive app. And let me turn this off right here, so we don't need that picture in picture. And you can go in and pair your microphone in here. So because this is Bluetooth, we'll just go to that icon down here. We'll do our plus sign up here. Let's grab mic out of the case. Oh, already took it out the case. Let's go ahead and turn this on. See if we can get back in focus. Okay. Oops. I didn't hold it long enough for pairing mode. So if you caught that, good job. Got to hold it down until it goes blue and red blinking. And that'll put the microphone in pairing mode. There we go. So now I can go ahead and select the microphone, Bluetooth pairing. And now it's connected. Okay, there's an update available. We'll do that later. And so now I can go in and adjust the settings here inside of the app. So similar to what I mentioned about the decibel being at 40 dB right now, I can slide that down if I wanted to. LED, I can turn the LEDs off. I can turn the LEDs back on. I can change the device name here if I wanted to as well. So we'll say test mic unit. So this is a good way to identify your different mics. Speech mode, singing mode, flat profile, noise reduction, compressor, all those different things that we did in the receiver, we could do it in the app here. And then also if you wanted to go live directly from the app, you can sign in or go into custom RTMP for the different place you want to live stream, or you can just record your video inside of the app. So little bit of everything that you can do here with this microphone setup. Again, some of the features that I really like is the fact that they are small. You can clip them onto your shirt like this, and you can also clip them onto your shirt. So typically with t-shirts, I don't like using these microphones, these types of microphones, again, because these ones in the past that I've used that are like mini bricks are just really big and obtrusive looking, versus one that's relatively small and you can barely even see it. And sometimes if somebody isn't saying I'm wearing it, you probably wouldn't even notice it. So that's one of the things that I really like about these microphones. I like the fact that there is no screen and you can just do everything in the receiver, especially for how I typically would use a lapel microphone. I would just go to the receiver anyway, or just fix it in the app. And I don't have to mess with the microphone itself, because if the microphone is on a talent and you need to make an adjustment, then it's kind of hard to say, hey, I need that mic back so I can fix something, and then make that adjustment and then mic that person back up. So definitely check it out in the Amazon carousel if you're interested in this microphone. Again, if you have questions, let me know. These are here for a while. They're not going anywhere. So I'll be able to demo and play with them a little bit more. And some different use cases. I'm actually going to be doing a photo shoot at a conference, and I'm actually going to be using these and wearing these for a behind the scenes of the setup and everything I'm doing there. So make sure that you stay tuned for that video as well. But with that, I'm going to sign off. Look forward to seeing you guys in the next video.